Hi Gemini, my name's Lorraine and welcome to my channel Sun Moon Star Free Tarot. This is your reading for the month of August for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs, and if you're unsure what your other signs are, then just jump online, search up free astrology natal birth chart report. All you need is your time and location of birth, and this will be to fully get your accurate rising sign. And I'd advise it's advisable, it's like something it's knowledgeable to learn about yourself, fully understand yourself. It helped me a lot, that's all I can say. And if I was other people, I'd be open just to learning about your energy, yourself, what is you, what's not you, what's other people's, things like that. And I'd just like to ask you, if at the end of this video or throughout this video that you feel like you connect with it, then I invite you to give me a wee thumbs up. You enjoy my energy, you find your message, like, I don't know, you want to share something, basically you can comment, and if you'd like to, then subscribe to my channel and don't forget to press the bell to get notifications of upcoming readings. I'd quickly just like to mention this one wee thing. Basically yesterday morning we woke up to some really sad news, that my wee boy's granny, his grandmother had passed away in her sleep, and I'd just like to acknowledge the fact that my love goes out to them, and obviously I'm feeling their pain. I've lost now someone close to me, a close family member in my immediate family, and I can put myself slightly in their shoes, do you know what I mean? Now a mother's connection is like no other, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like a mother to a child and a child to a mother. There's no other connection that is like that kind of connection, do you know what I mean? But I feel like I can try and empathise to the best of my ability to understand and feel the pain, and I'm looking at this Lover's card as I'm saying that, and I just like to now I'd like to comfort them in their time of need, basically. I just wanted to say I would like to bring in this wee energy for Betty, who sadly passed away, for my ex-partner's mum, and for my wee boy's auntie and his uncle, for the loss. And I hope that Betty has made a peaceful and safe transition towards the light and towards her loved ones in the spirit world. And if it's any comfort at all, I send Betty peaceful, loving vibrations now, from my heart to her energy who is transitioning, and also to my ex-partner and his sister and his brother, but also my wee boy now, for him too now, and his big cousin also. And I'd just like to sit her in front of my selenite up here, for that would signify for protection for Betty and her transition, and then in front of her a wee tiny bit of rose quartz and a wee tiny bit of malachite, and that's me symbolising the love, the compassion now, and just my way of communicating that my heart goes out to them. My heart is breaking for them, and I'll be there as much as I can now, as much as they want me. And I send my love to all of them. So there we go. Right, straight into your reading, Gemini. I have already done this reading yesterday. I get interrupted once then I get interrupted again. And by the time I'd put the 3 different videos together to make the one video, it was just like far too long, drawn out, the too many stopping and starting, too many explaining. So I left the cards. These cards were already like your reading, right? I'm going to put this down a bit so you can see. These cards here were already your reading, except these ones at the bottom of the deck, because, sorry, sadly, I did pick up the cards, put the fairy cards back in, and I started shuffling, and then I was like, no man, that was such a like really beautiful, like high vibrational, like good feeling it was coming in there. I'm going to pull them back out, but any other clarifiers and things, I'll put them back in and we'll re-clarify. And if the story or the change, like the energy changes in it, then maybe it's because someone has consciously made a decision, and maybe this was meant to happen. Now, like, this was meant to happen being, like, maybe that was the energy, but someone has changed their mind, thought pattern, something has changed, like, since me doing the reading yesterday and right now, this morning. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm feeling that is what it is. And so I went in, I sat with your energy again, and like a meditative like connection with you basically, and I felt the energy of healing beginning at the front of me, like through the front of my body, like someone's light energy now, like as if like my loved ones in spirit, which would be, I was feeling Gemini, it must be the person that you're connected to. Now, like your person in, like in spirit or whatever. Basically, or like your person's person in spirit, that's what I mean. So it's like not for you, I don't think. I think it's like, it could be if you're in a wishy-washy, like, oh, I don't know, and you feel like you've needed a time of healing. You may have took time out, or this person has. You were in a wishy-washy state of mind, not knowing if you should close a situation up completely and deciding, oh, I don't know if it's good for me, but it's something that you still seem to hang on to, even though you're wanting to like cut it off. But then something changed and a focused energy came in, where that focused energy came in and somebody wants to give you like that Ace of Swords, like that clarity. They want some truthful communication basically. So there was an energy where someone was needing healing. The angels did send healing light, because that was the energy that I felt starting from the front of me and slowly going to each side of my arms and then round my back. And it was like, I felt like they were healing their physical body, but it was more like their energetic body. Now, like, I was feeling it all around my aura, now like all around me. And obviously that healing was going inside too. So maybe I picked up a wee bit of healing there. Energetic Reiki healing from the angels too, do you know what I mean? But basically this person needed this healing. I think their angels and loved ones in spirit have brought it in. And when they've brought it in, somewhere where they have been a bit wishy-washy and like wanting to do something but then deciding and backing out quickly, and then wanting to do it and backing out quickly, then something changed instantly when they received this healing, and it gave them instant focus, like their eye is on the target. Now, like completely, they are what do you call that, when basically tunnel vision. Now, like tunnel vision, they've got complete tunnel vision. They are pure, their eyes are forward, and there's like they're not looking at the distractions like each side of them basically, because they're coming, and I think they want to give you, Gemini, some clarity. They want to give you some truth about a certain situation, and basically we'll get into your reading and see where it ties in together, like that feeling that I got in meditation, that healing, the wishy-washy, then that instant change to focus, feeling really, really focused on one thing, and then that one thing is like someone wanting to speak their truth, give you clarity, that kind of feeling. And if that's you, you're thinking that, oh shit, that sounds like me, I'm in that energy, that's me, then you take it as you're the person who's sitting on the other end of this. You use your discernment, you see where you fit, and what I'm saying here in these cards, if it's not for you, it's not your story, and things like that, do you know what I mean? So basically, I'm just going to get right into it. We've got, this is you and your situation, these two cards here, right? This Queen of Fire and this Mickle or Muckle. This Queen of Fire is standing, and she's like looking something. She's standing quite confidently, holding something, like holding the candle. The candle and the light of the candle is like an idea, it's like an inspiration inside. It's like it could also be like a memory, I'm feeling. It's like choices, it's like things that she dreamed of in her past that meant a lot to her, because it's like a heart shape round the light of the candle, round our chest area, like our heart chakra basically. So like they're telling me that if you can find this, whatever this inner passion, this something that you would have brought, that you would have wanted to do in childhood or into young adulthood as well, I'm also hearing, or it was something that you may have like scratched the surface now, like they like went to work your way in that direction, but while that was happening, maybe life was happening. I mean, life happens, and before you know it, we've got a partner, we've got babies, we've got like married life, or I don't even know, that's just like things like me, an example of life happening. Like you need an income, you need a steady job now, things like that. And this light-hearted part of yourself kind of like get forgot about. But like that memory, that fond memory, how much you desired like something that meant so much to you, now in your heart. Because this Seven of Water is like a choice. And look, she's like dreaming up into the distance, up into this one now. Like it's like, yes, there's all these choices now, like what to do. It's like, but only one is like where her heart lies basically, do you know what I mean? And you may have chose one off of that energy. And it's like, right, time to remember this Queen of Fire, that's you, Gemini. Now, like, time to remember this Queen of Fire, that she's got desires to be her own independent person. Maybe you're wanting to start your own business. The Queen of Fire is like your entrepreneurial, like wanting to start some sort of business part of herself. Maybe you're going into like a fun, I'm not saying flirty, like some people don't like it when people say flirty. I'm not flirty. Like whatever, I love being flirty, but then that's just me. Do you know what I mean? I love being flirty, it's just another way of saying, like nice and friendly. But sometimes it's a bit over flirty and it's too far as well, do you know what I mean? But no, right, basically she's owning her power, she's sexy, she's fun, she's sassy, she's funny, like that kind of, but she's also like very, she stands in a way where she owns it. So like, it's not like people can make you look silly for it, do you know what I mean? But while she does this, she's been too busy doing this and being now like someone that basically society looks up to, do you know what I mean? Like our community looks up to her, family and things like that, they look up to her, and she's became this queen, this elegant queen, strong and powerful, and her sovereign, like in her power and her rightful power. But at the same time, she's also became a little serious at times and forgot her inner youthful side and her inner youthful desires and things like that. So what is the energy that's crossing your situation is the Lovers in this Master Maker. In this Lovers card, I'm feeling like there's Leo energy here again because there's a lion in it, and you've got the Strength down here with this lion. So there's either a Leo energy coming towards you, or you are that Leo energy, you're that Queen of Fire, or you're like Gemini with a dose of Aries in your chart, because I say that because of the Master Maker. So if you've got Aries in your chart, I'd say the person that wants to come and give you this truthful communication now, like they've decided not to be wishy-washy, but they've got to say, they're just going to come in and say it, and they're decided, focused, and it basically might come to you basically this week, I'm hearing. So you decide if you were the one making this happen, now like making this, like deciding, focusing, right, and I've got a target here, like shooting my arrow basically, and then I just hear Sag because I said that, I imagined a bow and arrow, but no, I'm getting Aries energy. This could be a boss type person that you have known in your life, being a boss in your life, as a boss in your life, or that it's like the type of person that takes charge in their life. But also I'm getting the feeling the Master Maker energy is coming through to say, see this Queen of Fire, it's time for you to be vulnerable like this Master Maker in this Lovers card. Both of these cards speak vulnerable but very powerful to me. I mean, he's got this person down here, he's standing on their head, he knows he's fully supported with this person, but he's also naked. But he's standing on one leg to say, but look, I can do this. Ta-da! Do you know what I mean? He's card 22, which is 4, and we're like moving on into this like Lovers, and it's 6, and it's like 4 plus 6 equals 10. So this Master Maker in this Lovers card, like this Gemini energy, both of them combined don't feel complete, but both of them together is a completion. Do you know what I mean? And like I'm looking at the way this lion is lying, no, the way this lion is laying, and the way that this woman is cozying into them, it's like both of them are giving each other comfort. It's like it's not one way and it's not the other way. It's like this energy is coming to you now, where both of you are giving each other the comfort, because I'm hearing maybe before the energy was one way, one was given and one wasn't. One was given and one was taken. Or one was like, if we put it into twin flame terms, one was running and one was chasing. Or something like that. Now, like polarities, opposites, but now there's that focus that I was seeing, and then that truthful communication, that is making both of you feel in a complete energy. It's like now we understand, now like the completion, now like bits of the puzzle, now the gaps in the puzzle have been filled in, and like now you see bits that you didn't understand why, I'm hearing. But I'm also hearing that while you build yourself and build this passion that you want to do for the past, that's when this energy is going to come into you. You've not to get off your game, your A game, just because you want to be close to this person, I'm hearing. But yes, obviously, if it's like speaking to you basically, then it obviously you'll know now, like you'll want to bring them into you. I think the I am answer basically is coming in here with this Three of Water. This Three of Water is normally a celebration card, but to me, like these shells with the petals in them, is like memories of the past, but it's not like horrible memories of the past, it's fond memories. It's things that you left in the past, and it's things that you did enjoy. And I think the I am answer's going to go, hey, Queen of Fire, hey, Queen of Fire. And I say that because of the way the lion is roaring to this Queen of Fire in this Strength card. It's like, he's like, with the lion going to go, hey, Queen of Fire. And the lion's roaring at her as if to say, wake up, smell the coffee, listen to us. And he's coming in with this energy of this Three of Cups, where you're remembering back to this time when you had the passion and you really wanted to do it, but you didn't. There was something stopped your life getting in the way in some sense of the word, and he's going to get, I don't forget all the things that you had already decided that you wanted to do in this lifetime, Gemini. So we're going to, like, see this one at the bottom. He's like, we're going to get this one, which was your deepest, darkest desire, because it's at the bottom. He says, and we're going to bring that energy and go and flip it with your tail, this mermaid's tail, and go and shoot it out of this card and out of the memory, and it's going to, like, this is when the Queen of Fire moves into these two energies. This is when the initiation takes place. This is when the Queen of Fire decides to take, like, that 8, decides to take and have the strength and the courage within her now, like, to roar this to life. Now, like, roar as in, like, initiate, take action. Do you know what I mean? And she's also grounded here with this dress she's wearing. And then that moves into the next cards. And then you've got, like, the Fool and the Maiden, both kind of like the same kind of energies. We're at the beginning, we are slightly naive maybe in situations, so just be careful that way. But I'd like to say, look, but on either side of this initiation card, this is you thinking back to the past, now going that way. So you're looking back to the past. You're looking back to, like, fun times when you felt like you were in a fun, light-hearted, very, like, you didn't mind showing your vulnerability back in. Do you know what I mean? I'm hearing you didn't mind. You freely maybe showed your vulnerability. But, like, when we turn into, like, Queen energies, we've learned a few lessons, and now, like, we've had to, like, stand up for ourselves. And I'm hearing now, like, it's stand up for yourself. And she's learned how to powerfully stand up for herself. Boundaries, and I mean, what good business type leader, entrepreneur, things like that, is not standing in their power and hasn't got firm boundaries? I don't really think there would be very many, because people would see that the boundaries are lacking somewhere and then they would take advantage. And it's just part of, like, it's just life, isn't it? Now, let people do that. But basically what I'm saying, that's you looking back into the past. This is you looking into your future, the Maiden. So this Maiden's looking into the future, very light-hearted. Look at her smiling, like, The card is 14, but she's saying this Maiden is starting to feel a lot more balanced and ready to stand up and get on her feet to walk with you, Queen of Fire, Gemini, into this change energy. And it's like there's going to be a level of commitment the two of yous are going to bring into this. And with the Fool, the new beginnings card, the taking a risk, now they're taking the leap of faith. It's like, I mean, he's not got feet here and she's sitting down. It's like, maybe it's like standing up to take these first steps kind of thing, do you know what I mean? These first steps to make this change into your life. And I'm just looking at the Fool card. It's like the Fool card knows that the risk is already ready to be took. That's you, you're the Fool. You can already feel that inside you. That's that candle that's in front of you with that, the flame being like a heart shape and her heart centre, her chakra, her heart chakra. So, like, that's that Fool energy wakening up this Lion energy. So he's gone do, and this fire, this Lion, this Leo energy is roaring it into this Queen of Fire. And then you've got Gaia-mancer, like, standing behind him or with him, going, hey, Queen of Fire, hey, Gemini, you're listening, Gemini, you're listening, Queen of Fire. You forgot about something and I've not forgot about it. I don't forget about the tiny wee details that we decided we were doing once upon a time. Do you know what I mean? And then that is that energy that is basically bringing and birthing something new into your life. And then bottom of the deck here, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune coming into your life. 10. Completion of a cycle. So you've completed the cycle of putting this down, this desire down deep like this, free of water, like deep down to the bottom of your tail, so it's like near the deeper end of your emotional scale. Now, like to the point where it may have been hidden for a wee while, even from yourself. But you've completed that cycle now, and now you're stepping into this new beginning with strength, courage, faith in yourself, and support, and now like you just know that you're good and you stand your ground very good too. Look, I just cut the deck and you got the 6 of water. So that's that yearning from that thing that when you were a younger person, a younger adult, you yearned for this feeling. Something that you've yearned for in the past. The past could have been a couple of years ago. It doesn't need to be like you're a 50-year-old person and you're thinking back to like between when you were a young teenager and a young adulthood. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't need to be so far in the past, but it was like a time in the past that you fondly remember, a youthful desire that you wanted in your life. Might have been like a youthful desire where maybe something didn't go off the ground, and maybe that something that didn't get off the ground with you was like this energy where why this person's sitting in a wishy-washy energy towards you, do you know what I mean? And why they're wanting now, why they've chose to get focused and speak truth, do you know what I mean? Top of the deck, the sun, Leo energy. That's you. You're the sun. If you're the Queen of Fire, we've got Strength Leo, we've got Leo and the Lovers. I feel like you're the Leo energy. And maybe there's like a boss type energy, an old boss, an old, like something like that. Someone you know that you know they were a bit of a leader. I'm just seeing them. Top of the deck, you know that you're wanting to work towards that. You're wanting to work towards your happiness. You're wanting to bring it to light here. You're wanting it to be sunny days, brighter days ahead. Bring your deep desires to the light. And 19 comes down to a 10 again, and it's like you're wanting this change to happen in your life now. Like you're wanting the wheel to turn from being deep inside you to like coming out. Do you know what I mean? And then we'll just move into your next cards, and I'll try and get through these as quickly as possible. Obviously, I did pull all these cards and the energies were beautiful, but we're going to start again. Bottom of the deck, getting to know each other. So as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So like maybe you're going to like reconnect with someone that you did get to know them slightly, but it was like stopped in its process. It was stopped in this immature stage, and it's either a person who has leadership qualities, is a boss in some sense of the word, or they could have been like a boss to you, a team leader, a manager, a boss. Now like whatever, you understand, whoever can take this message. Cutting the deck, what's hindering you is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So maybe, Gemini, there's like a codependent nature on a person, a substance, now like anything, something that you rely deeply on, now like in a way like to get through your life. Lots of the time we use people as crutches, do you know what I mean? A crutch to get through our life. Now like we might not know that they're the best thing for us, or we use like, I don't know, coffee. People use coffee. Something is as innocent as coffee. Like a lot of people use that. But like I'm not going to like sit here and say that it's something as lenient as that, because obviously there's the opposite end of the scale where it could be more serious, more codependent. You rely on someone financially, emotionally, or you rely on a substance, or you rely on doing a certain thing, a certain pattern, a certain way. Now like in that routine is that codependency, do you know what I mean? And I'm hearing she's just sitting there. It's like, don't just sit there, get out of this energy. Do you know what I mean? And then top of the deck, top of the deck, wedding. What you're consciously aware of is that wedding, it's like maybe you might have thought that this person was marriage material, I'm hearing. Now, like, maybe it was something like the two of yous might have spoke about in a subject, not saying that yous spoke about that, like that yous were instantly connecting that yous would like to get married to each other, but it's like maybe a conversation yous have had, like, would you like to get married? I would love to get married, or I wouldn't, or like it's a subject that you spoke about together, I'm hearing. Right, so this is for you in regards to money. So let's see, bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck, you've got evolution, earth changes, climate changes and transformation. Card 45, that is 9. So that is like you closing up, keeping something deep down in the depth of inside you, bringing it out, bringing it up, and like bringing the light up, now like the rising of the sun. But I'm also hearing that maybe the person that's coming towards you, it's like the rising of the sun, and I'm hearing Leo. Leo is the sun. Now, like, maybe it was 3 suns ago. Now, like, if you could imagine many moons ago, 3 suns ago, maybe it was 3 years ago. Maybe sun, maybe like meaning year. 3 years ago, 3 months ago. Now, do you know what I mean? Something like that. Something to do with 3. Maybe it was a third party. Maybe there was a third party here. Maybe not. I'm not saying that I'm seeing that, but I'm just saying maybe. It came into my head there. I thought it, I heard that in my mind. Right, so cutting the deck, what energy we in? Jewel within a teardrop. So like, it's like someone sitting in appreciation, and there is a spiritual and emotional reconnection. That reconnection is like that reconnection to that person that I'm speaking about. So it is card number 10. So like we're progressing from this evolution state. This transformation is progressing when this person actually does make the communication, give you that Ace of Swords, do you know what I mean? That is what that is. And I'm just hearing like you're going to be like awestruck to the point where, what? What? For real? Like, appreciation, like, where you're going to be stunned because it's like you weren't expecting it, something like that. And there's going to be spiritual and emotional reconnection, and that is like this person, I did say it was like immature early stages, the connection that I felt like you must have had with the person, but there was a very like spiritual and emotional connection that you both shared together. And it's obviously, it's not one way, it's like both. And I'm hearing that like with it's saying reconnection, so there must have been a disconnection, and I'm hearing that while you were apart in this disconnection, like your spiritual beings must have been still like connecting, like through either telepathically, now like even if you're unaware, it still happens, and dream state and astral projection and things like that, do you know what I mean? So, and then top of the deck, what you're aware of is that just like the romance angels, card 34, which is 7, the hidden path, the marriage of spirit and matter. So like again, marriage, like you have spoke about marriage, then I'm seeing the trees, the way that they part and go their separate ways, and then there's like this connection that connects again. That's that spiritual and emotional reconnection back together. And I'm seeing like that's you, the sun, like Gemini, you've come through in your reading as the Leo energy, you've come through in the sun energy, this strength energy. Now you've come through a lot, you must have a lot of fire in your chart, and specifically I'm feeling Leo. But I'm feeling like this person's always had an eye on you. Now like you couldn't see them, you couldn't see the wood for the trees or something like that. You couldn't see that they were watching from a distance or something like that. But they always watched and looked to see what was happening, looking back. even though there was a disconnection. And I'm looking at how deep the roots are, showing you how deep the roots go. It's like, and then there's these two from that tree and then one from that tree that cross over each other, and on each side of this is two hearts, one on each side, one for you and one for them. And that was the hidden path. You didn't realise that back then maybe the uniqueness and the specialness of your bond, or maybe one realised more than the other and the other one wasn't aware until they didn't have a choice. Now that a choice was made or something like that, and that's that wishy-washy feeling that I'm feeling. Now there was a choice made where maybe they couldn't back out on it, or they felt like they had to be loyal to a person, and in a sense, if they felt like they had to be loyal to a person because they'd made a decision or whatever, X, Y and Z, that's like quite a loyal trait. Because if your partner was to be with you, you would want them to be loyal to you and not just run away with the next person that comes along with you, just because maybe things were tough or whatever, or anything. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite a nice attribute. Now, like, even though at the same time there was an emotional disconnect where it's like a jewel within a teardrop. There was sadness here, there was tears dropped, there was like real sadness shed. Do you know what I mean? Real sad tears, like maybe you felt in your life and you had to like process through, and they obviously clearly had to do it themselves, and they're deciding maybe it's time to reach out to Gemini again now. Like, they're getting themselves into that focused energy, determined energy. They're trying to summon the strength and initiate this into you now, like towards you too. Right, so like this is for your health. The health cards is inner authority. So like your inner authority, basically your message here is, Dear Archangel Raphael, can you say that? Can you read that? Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting me as I take back my power and listen to my intuition, desires and feelings. This inner authority is calling, and I mean, look, he's pressing like these two buttons on like this stone. I mean, how does he know where to press and what ones and what way? And it's so he can get into this secret passageway. And I'm hearing, maybe it's someone pressing all different buzzers. That's just like that pure, like, maybe you live in somewhere there's a close or there's a high flat, there's a buzzer entry, or your doorbell, or all different doorbells. Do you know what I mean? But that wasn't what I was going to say. This is like you trying to enter inside your inner authority. Now, like, you trying to, the two lights that are lighting up here, it's like green. It's like two eyes, and it's like I'm hearing being watched again. It's like, but be careful, because you have to basically like take back your power and listen to your intuition, your desires and your feelings. You might desire, like, I've wished for this for years, I've desired it for a long time, but they're saying, trust your intuition, trust your gut feeling, trust your, like, you know, within you a lot of the time. Now, like, most people, even when they're not like pure like psychic, or they're not like open to like all that kind of thing, everybody gets a gut feeling. They get a first thought and then they change it quickly, and they think that that voice that they heard a wee tiny bit louder in their head was their first thought. No, not really. A way to practice that, ask yourself when you're going to make yourself a cup of tea or coffee, and just say a quieter part of you says tea, and in your head you go coffee. Now, and then keep doing things like that. I mean, you're going basically down to your local shops, but both ways, you could go two different ways, but both ways take you roughly the same amount of time. But if you go, so you would get to like a bit where the paths go that way or that way. So you go get left or right, and it'll say left or it'll say right. And whatever one says first, so just say it said left first. So you would try and basically tune into that, like that message that you're hearing first, do you know what I mean? And then it's like you might be pleasantly surprised while you're taking the left path that you come across someone or something, or you went, like you find like £20 on the floor, on the ground outside, now like something like that, do you know what I mean? But this is like for you to find that inner authority within yourself. Get yourself into a meditative state. It helps you like breathe through like energetic, stagnant, stuck feelings. It helps you centre and connect all your heart chakras, and I'm hearing the heart is the most important to you. So get those heart chakras activated and opened. That's like him, he's opening and activating these heart chakras to open this door, and that's into your inner authority. You'll be able to stand from a more powerful place in yourself when you do this, and it will help you activate all the rest of like your chakras throughout your body basically. So what is hindering Gemini's health? You have to consult a nutritionist. So dear Archangel Raphael, I turn my eating over to you and ask you guide me to foods, beverages that taste good. Sorry man, the way I'm speaking is all over the place. So, and ask you to guide me to foods, beverages that taste good, are fulfilling and support my ideal health and weight. So maybe you need some like all these like healthy fruits and vegetables, raw vegetables. Like you need a lot of like nurturing, kind of like good for you foods. Maybe, I mean, who doesn't in this day and age? It's that easy to pop into Asda, Tesco, your local supermarket, your takeaway store, your local McDonald's, now like anything. And I'm just like processed foods. Now like, try and get some healthy, organic things into your system. You may be underweight. You may need some like vitamins and goodness in your body as well. Coconut water is a good way to hydrate the body, and lemon water to detox you. Warm lemon water in the morning. You could add like a wee like shot of apple cider vinegar if you're wanting to like detox your body into it too. Just like warm water. A lot of the time, to save time, because it's very first thing in the morning when you're going to do it, I make up my lemon water the night before, put it in my fridge, then add it into my glass and boil my kettle, and I add enough water to make the water warm, where it's warm, drinkable. Now like, and you can drink it fast, because I'm not sure if it's just me, but warm water just doesn't go down as good as like cold water, but cold water doesn't do the body the same amount of healing and doesn't give it the same amount of hydration. The warm water gives it like everything it needs for your body to be able to get the most out of it basically, do you know what I mean? Just an idea, up to you Gemini if you use it. And top of the deck is detoxification, so you have to eat more healthy, drink more healthy foods, beverages. And if you need to detox from a substance or anything, a person, anything, then please do so. Now, like, I highly recommend it. You know this top of this card, the top of the deck, you're aware of this. You're aware that you need to do this. So maybe you're wanting to like stop smoking. Maybe you like to have it like a wee tipple. Now, like, just to make you feel okay at the end of the day after work. Now, like a wee glass of wine with your dinner and things like that. And maybe it's like, or maybe it's worse. Not going to lie. I mean, what other cards did we get? And I said, oh, codependent. You were codependent on something where you're in the romance angels. That's that codependent energy. And I'm seeing one person, another person. It could be you're codependent on a person. Now, like, to meet your needs. Now, like, this energy needs. Now, like, energy exchange, maybe. Energy exchange could be, like, maybe, like, someone helping you emotionally. It could be someone helping you financially. It could be, like, someone helping you out physically. Now, like, doing stuff for you physically. It could be you doing that for them. This person could be codependent on you too. It could work both ways. Now, like, the person that can take message will know who's who, what's what, and what they need to detox with their life basically. So this is your message that basically your work life wants to bring in towards you, do you know what I mean? Your subconscious wants to highlight, basically, Gemini, is that you do have a path. There is something that you want to work towards. You can see something up that ladder and through like that window in the sky. Now, like, you have a desire up there, way up there, but they're saying it's not that far-fetched. There is a ladder here and it is reachable. So get your arse in gear and like get up the ladders. Quick stick. I'm saying they're all sticks, so quick stick. 8, change, movement, manifesting your desire, now like all that kind of thing. Like, now like 8 is like a figure 8, like you never take the pen off the paper. It's like ever ending. It's like just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Do you know what I mean? Or if you ever heard the phrase, keep the kettle boiling, keep the kettle boiling, when you were like a wee girl. And it was like when you were playing a game and it meant that the person, just say you were playing skipping ropes, it was like, keep the kettle boiling, keep the kettle boiling. And then you would keep jumping and jumping and jumping until maybe somebody joined in and jumped in the skipping ropes with you. That is like a pure strange way for me to say that, but it's like, keep going. Keep the kettle boiling now, like just keep it going. Now don't stop momentum. Now that kind of feeling. Cut the deck. Your energy. And I'm just saying the growth that you are going through, have gone through, and will keep continuing to go through, because you're continuing to walk your path, is like giving you this energy. All I'm hearing is I don't even know, I'm just hearing like this wee bit of the song. I'm solid as a rock. Do you know what I mean? And you're solid as a rock while you're going through number 5, while you're going through a conflicted state within yourself, but you're solid as a rock, so you can face the change and you can rebuild your life, you can take risks, you can start it, you can start something new, you can like have freedom for like putting things into deep into your desires, basically now, like, and take the risks to bring them up and innovate them and start a new adventure. That's what I'm hearing. And it's like, with the way she's holding her arm, it's like holding it as if to say, my souls, I'm solid. All I'm hearing is like, solid, while she stands in this big rock. Do you know what I mean? Like a thing you would do to, like, you could imagine a man doing to a child now, like, solid. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's probably him coming off my knot or something, but like, aye, that's what I could imagine a dad going down to the son now, like, son, we're solid, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? But you're consciously aware of, Gemini, is that you are in need of emotional, like the water, emotional nourishment. Get lots of good sleep, lots of good high vibrational organic foods. And like now, like, we've got a big egg here. This is like you wanting to like birth your new reality, bring this new egg forward with you into your like number 7, into your future, after reflecting about things that have took you through such a personal growth within yourself, for you to stand in that energy where she's like, yeah, now like lovingly accepting all the nourishment, so that she's got the energy and the drive to keep continuing to like have the faith that she can keep moving forward, faith in herself, faith in the people who support her, faith in her angels like looking down on her and supporting her. Her spirituality might have like heightened through this process, like you being the Queen of Fire, your spirituality may have like heightened from a time before, where you might have not been looked at life in that way before, because maybe sometimes changes and challenges and things like that is where like people, like when they start having like a spiritual awakening and things like that, now like normally comes from a dark place. It normally comes from something that they've experienced that's been hard for them, basically. Do you know what I mean? So we'll move on to your spirit card. And I'm just saying, there's obviously been a spiritual transformation within you, Gemini. And this is your cards from your spirit guides. Your spirit guides. Card number 12. The winged seer. You see clearly in clairvoyance. They are saying you see clearly that you have got deep, deep desires. You see into the future and you know that this can take you somewhere. You have to trust. Like, trust yourself, trust now, like, keep that faith, like, buoying high now, like the way that a boy does in the water, you know what I mean? Now, it keeps afloat, basically. And then, I'm just, like, look at all these eyes, this is, like, you have, like, other senses of seeing things, and that's your intuition and all these different things, that you have other senses that you can use, and use them to your ability to help you throughout your life, basically. And maybe you have got clairvoyant abilities in some sense and something like that, do you know what I mean? And your angels want you to know. Card number 12 is free. It's like you growing spiritually, clairvoyantly. You could be like experiencing things like clairsentience, claircognizance and clairaudience and all the clairs now, all the different ones. Do you know what I mean? You could be experiencing all that, like one or the other, or a couple of them. Look into them, find out what they all mean. If that what I'm saying right now means anything to you, or you think, do you know what? Sometimes I just know that I know. Sometimes I just know that I know that I know that I know. Do you know what I mean? So basically that's sorry. Right, cut the deck. What is hindering Gemini? Oh, look, they wanted to tell you both. They wanted to tell you that there was 2 messages coming through here. Love is strange, basically. Strange Valentine. So you may be feeling blue, missing someone, and you've got a strange situation maybe in your hands. He's holding the heart, this like blue monster. It would normally be a hairy monster, but he's not actually. He's like, I don't know, now like he's holding a heart, so he's not like scary, he doesn't look scary, he's smiling. And then you've got Poe, and Poe is card number 7, and her message to you is a time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. That is like, now look, we've just basically moved out of like Pisces energy like this year, and like moved into like the Aquarius energy now, like for the collective, for like the whole world, humanity basically. We've moved out of like, the Pisces energy was like a self-sacrificing energy in a sense. The Pisces energy like was like the way that I'm not a like religious person, but see like basically Jesus Christ, apparently he was a Pisces. He sacrificed himself. He was self-sacrificing, and that was a time. So like when the whole world was in a time of the Pisces season, that was a time for the whole world to go through different periods of sacrificing for different things, and sacrificing for our sins kind of feeling. And like when we're moving into this Aquarius energy, the Aquarius like energies like technology, it's like beings and other planets, it's like uniqueness, it's humanity, it's humane. It's like us learning to be humane to each other, to be kind to others now, like, and it's through technology in some sense. So see this abundant thing that you're wanting to start, that is something that you've always wanted to do, probably the biggest majority of your life. They're saying something to do with technology here, and they're saying maybe this person, the communication that I was saying, the love is strange, maybe they communicate to you through like text message, Facebook message or something like that. And this card is the 27th, so maybe in the 7th is, when is the 27th? Is that like a day or something? Oh, like the 27th is today, and I'm being deadly serious. See if any of you that are watching this and get a message today for this Love is Strange person, comment, please comment. I would purely love to like just pull you a card and say, wow, I'm in top of the world now, like, and celebrate with you a wee bit and give you a wee bit added info. Maybe this person's going to communicate to you today, 27th of the 7th, that's 27th of July, do you know what I mean? We are on the 27th of July this morning when I'm videoing this. And when I started videoing your reading, I was on the 26th. Yesterday, I tried again, and I tried again. And maybe you might have tried 3 times with this past person to basically try and see if you could get together with each other, and it never happened. So maybe 3 times, basically, is definitely being highlighted here. So as, there we go, did we do that one? Alright, so like on the top of the deck, what you're consciously aware of is card number 4. The signs are with you already. So maybe they've messaged you already and you're at home. Card number 4, maybe you're at home and you're standing there like, really? That's what she looks like she's saying to me. Like, really? It's like, you're like, what? Am I hearing things correctly? Am I seeing things correctly? Or now like rubbing your eyes to make sure that they're still standing in front of you. Or if it's the text message that's came through or that Facebook notification, it's like, and then being like, what? Getting into that mode where you've got that hand in that hip. Now like, well, Gemini, another long reading again. But do you know what? I enjoyed doing your reading. I wanted to get these energies out that was here. So special. Your other cards that came out for that I kept with these like cards that were already here. Your other message that did come through was like powerful in its own way. And its message was along the same lines, but there was slight changes. And this slight change was a person who needed healing, who their angels have healed them. And they were in a dead wishy-washy. They were in a state where they wanted to like express themselves to you and they're like come towards you, but then something always pulled them back and pulled them the other way, and they decided not to. Like a seesaw energy. It's like every time they went up and you went down, you went up and they went down. Now like in that runner energy, now they're like that chaser runner energy or that black and white energy. Do you know what I'm talking about? So and I did get a sense that this could be a person that maybe you could relate to on a twin flame level, but I could also be wrong. It could just be like a soulmate, someone that's basically here to teach you a lesson. And twin flames are just the exact same thing, except for yous are twins from the same soul, but yous are here in different lives. Do you know what I mean? I hope you enjoyed your video, Gemini, as much as I enjoyed giving you your message. Twice over, might I add. 3 times the last time, and this one's fully successful. Yes, well done, Lorraine. Catch you later.